All right, cool. We are back live and direct. We are back live and direct. Let me continue my share here. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All that good news in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the good news is that it's not going to be 5K, right? The good news is that it's not even going to be 4K. The good news is not even going to be 3K, right? The good news is that my mentor always told me that you have to reward people that take fast action, okay? You have to reward people that take fast action. And that's what I'm here to do, is reward the people that take fast action. Now, the good news is that we have a fast action price for you guys today, which is $26.26. For those of you that take advantage of it today, news is that it's not 11K, it's not 5K, it's not 4K, it is $26.26, which is an average of 3K in savings, right? That's insane. Somebody put good news in the chat if you think that's insane, if you think that's crazy. Somebody put good news in the chat, right? Because keep in mind, I told you that we have great news and we have bad news, right? Somebody put that in the chat. Perfect, 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 right? The great news is that my mentor told me that success loves speed and that fortune favors the fast, right? So it was put on my heart to reward fast action. He also told me that you have to make your offers irresistible, man. You got to make your offers irresistible. That's the only way that you can serve your community and serve your audience, right? So I have a masterclass only special where we're going to be knocking off $100 to make this $25.25. But that's only for those of you that tap in today, period. You got to tap in today. Now, that's the great news, right? Someone put great news in the chat, because unfortunately, this leads me to the bad news. Somebody put great news in the chat. Somebody put great news in the chat. Y'all are going crazy on TikTok. I love it. I love it. Right? So because of the level of value that we're going to be, delivering here, especially including the time assessments, we have a small team to where we cannot take on hundreds and hundreds of people, because we're doing custom audits and things of that nature for people that require a lot of attention, right? It does require a lot of our attention. So with that being said, it's only going to be 25 for the next 20 people, right? This is only going to be done, for the next 20 people. And that's, this is only going to be done. And that's the bad news, right? It's only going to be for the next 20 people that jump in, okay? And so I'm going to reward the first 5 people that jump in with the Time Rich private strategy session and access to the Time Rich beta app, which is going to be wild, yo. Y'all already got to see it briefly. It's going to be going off, okay? And we are rewarding the first 5 people that jump in with that access, that beta test access, because I don't want to overdo it and give it to everybody and we can't deliver to them, right? So I'm going to be rewarding the first 5 people with a Time Rich private strategy session, a one-on-one with me, and access to the Time Rich beta app. All right. And so I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat in 5, 5.5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 2.8. You feel me? Right? Okay. Oh, y'all are going crazy. I want that. Okay. Yep. 1. All right. So I just dropped the link in the chat for everybody. The link is now in the chat. The link is now in the chat. Now, this is our guarantee, right? I have a guarantee for you guys. Okay. When you take action today and you don't feel like you got your money's worth, we'll refund your money in full, right? Which I would like you to keep in mind, this is backed by a guarantee, right? If you don't feel like you got your money's worth, all that we require is, 1, that you complete the course, okay? You implement the information, you show up to class, you implement the information, and that you share this with an accountability partner. This is crucial, guys. If you're really looking to level up and you're looking for change, you share this with an accountability partner, all right? Now, the great thing is that tonight, that this masterclass is only 25. Okay. This actually is going to be for the next 17 people. It looks like we've got 3 people that joined so far. Shout out to y'all. Okay. Now, but if you're someone that needs flexible payment options, that's cool, because fortunately, a lot of you are going to be able to jump into the community without having to come any cash out of pocket tonight, right? We have flexible payment options. We've been able to partner with a company called Fan Basis, which is what they literally do is finance our students' education to get into our community, because they know the type of work and results that we're getting for our students and the impact that we're having on the community. So the cool thing is that it's not even a hard pull on your credit. It's a soft pull on your credit just to see if you get approved, just to see if you get approved, right? And remember when we started earlier, I said, I would have a gift for you valued more than $500. This is that how you get a hold of that gift. All you have to do is apply, and they let you know right on the spot if you got approved, and you literally do lose nothing. The best possible outcome here is that you get approved for financing and then you join the community. The worst outcome is that you don't get approved, right? But you still get a free gift worth more than $500. And you can go ahead and, jump into the link and scroll down and click the flexible payment options. You'll be able to do Klarna, Cash App, Afterpay, or Zip. Or you can be time rich and go ahead and jump in with your debit and credit card information and just use the regular payment portal, right? Keep in mind, this is a write-off because it's education and information that you're using for the business and you're investing in the business. So let me drop the link in here for my TikTok folks as well, because I know y'all been cooking in here with me. Y'all been cooking. Let me drop the link in here for y'all. Appreciate y'all's patience. Drop the link. All right. TikTok, the link has been dropped for you guys. The link is in the chat, everybody. The link is in the chat. There you go. Perfect. The link is in the chat. Perfect. Yep. Yes, it is a write-off. Yes, education. This is education for your business. So it is a write-off. Okay. Now, who in here is thinking, like, yo, Denver, like, what if I'm not an entrepreneur, or I don't have it, I don't have a business? What does this all have to do with me? Right. And the point is, you don't have to have a business, right? You don't have to, be an entrepreneur. You got to have time, right? Everybody's got time, right? We all are granted with it. And it's just how we show up to it, right? It's a mindset, right? It's not absolutely necessary, but you got to be able to do it. You can do it, And now this works with not just employees, right? It works for, anyone that has issues with time management, right? It works for parents, entrepreneurs, civil workers, anyone that has no experience at all, everyone that can give attention to intention, right? And here's the real question. If all this did was, right? If all this did was save you from burning another $11,000 and doing the same thing you've been doing, would it be worth $11,000? Right? By a show of hands, put a yes in the chat, right? Like, how many people feel that this would be worth it if it saved you $11,000? If you could reclaim your time and actually make time to grow your brand, business, and service, put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat. I want to see them yeses. Yep, flowing in. Exactly. Right? Now, mind you, you've already spent, right, $11,000 of your money not having a system, right? You're the best kept secret in the city at what you do, in your own city, but no one knows you exist, literally, because you don't have the time to show them, right? If all this did was allow you to reclaim your time and follow your dreams, would it be worth $11,000? Right? Would it be worth that to you? Right? If all this did was save you from wasting countless hours listening to bad information, would it be worth $11,000? Right? If all it did was save you from wasting another $11,000 on bad information. A lot of you are going to like YouTube and Google and Pinterest and all these other places, but then you're still in the same position day after day. Is that worth your money? Right? A lot of you are working working off old ways with no intention, no direction, and outdated frameworks that do not work. You're trying to solve new problems with old solutions, right? If all this did was save you from wasting countless hours from listening to that bad information and, save $11,000 from trying to figure it out yourself, would it be worth it, right? So you have two choices, right? When I actually priced this out, I could, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I could go as cheap as possible and try to sell a ton of people, but that wouldn't really incentivize me to stack the value as much, right? So my first, it didn't, right? That was my first option, right? We had two choices. The second choice was I could require a little bit of a higher investment, but in exchange, I could devote more time and my resources to help guarantee your success. Does that make sense? Right? So the real question is, what's one system's value to you, right? Like a really successful system, one that I've just gone through with you guys, right? What's that one system worth to you, right? What is it worth to you, right? And this is a testimonial I want to share with you guys. One of my students here, Jonathan, he had a total life change overnight. I want to share this with you guys.
My name is Jonathan Chapman, owner of a commercial cleaning company, doing that for about 6-7 years now. Currently transitioning into wealth management full time. That's what I want to be. What I'm really here for is give a big shout out and testimony to Denver.
And hear me. Give me 1 second.
My name is Jonathan Chapman, owner of a commercial cleaning company. Here for give a big shout out and testimony to Denver. And this time compass. He sat down with me one night, we're business. It's going to help you just get your time and do things better. And so I would reach out to him and just pretty much just say, like, definitely worth your time, literally. They appreciate you, Denver, allowing putting that time to sit down and show me where I need to work on just to make me a better and efficient person. And also as a parent, that was another one, being a parent. So it's a way for, it's not just for business owners, entrepreneurs, but also as a parent. Like, it just shows you where you really could do better as a human being while we're still all here on this planet. So once again, my name is Jonathan. Appreciate you, Denver, and you allowing me to see your product and share it with me to help me to become a better person.
Absolutely. So, again, being transparent with you, $7,000, and this would be an amazing deal, even at $10,000, right? But for the next two people, we've got a couple of more spots. For the next two people, it's going to be just 25. So, feel free to jump on. So now you've got two choices, right? And just to backtrack, this is why this would be an amazing deal, even at $22,000. I'll be honest with you, right? And so for the next two people, it's going to be 25. So you've got two options, right? You've got two options here. Okay. You can go down the road of proven failure or proven success, because let's be honest, if you're still here today and you're here right now, it's because you've been doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And I'm pretty sure we all know what the definition of that is, right? That's the definition of insanity. So you can keep going down, doing what you've been doing and keep getting what you've been getting, because what you have in your life right now is a direct correlation to the amount of information that you have inside of you. Or you can go down the road of proven success with someone that's been where you want to go, done what you want to do, and has an A to Z step-by-step formula that you can follow so that there's no guesswork, right? What is the opportunity cost to not go down the road of proven success, right? And to be time rich, let's think about it. To be time rich and to be the best, put it in the chat if you could tell me what all these people have in common, right? Let me know in the chat if you know what all these people have in common, right? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Serena, and Venus Williams. Let me know what you think they all have in common. I want to see it in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Okay. All right. Some of you saying grit, determination. Okay. They're athletes. Okay. They're black. All right. No. So, okay, they're the greatest of all time. Yep. Of course, right? Okay. But here's what they all had in common, y'all, right? They all had a coach. Kobe's coach was Del Harris, right? Phil Jackson was Michael Jordan's coach, right? And Rick Macy was Venus and Serena Williams' coach, right? So why is it that the greatest of all time needed a coach, but you think to be time rich and achieve freedom, you don't need a coach? right? Why do you think you can do it on your own? It doesn't make sense, right? Another hard thing that I was thinking about, it's so hard to win a championship, let alone an NBA championship. Do you think you could do that without a coach? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, right? And the other thing was, I was thinking about this the other day, right? Like, I saw one of my mentors speak, and he was talking to me about, like to our community, right? Just like about like how to scale and how to grow, right? And I was thinking to myself, like Mount Everest, right? Like you wouldn't, climb Mount Everest by yourself, right? Like at the top of Mount Everest, every time I looked up a photo, there was always multiple people, right? Whenever I saw photos or pictures at the top, it showed me that it takes a community, a strong group of people with a similar goal to climb the mountain of success, right? No one is self-made, right? You have to be there with the community to get to the top the fastest, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, right? And my key takeaway here, guys, was like, I want to go far, right? And so if you want to join the best time management and mindset community on the planet, click the link in the chat to become an exclusive member, right? Because I'm only taking up to 20 people at a time. All right. So click the link in the chat, to become an exclusive member. Okay. Now, I was also thinking to myself the other day, I wonder if it's possible to climb without a guide, right? Climb Mount Everest without a guide. And what I found what shocked me. It definitely will shock you. It's impossible for you to do so, because if you fall, they're actually going to charge you what's called an ice fall doctor's fee, right? You can't climb without a guide, right? So they literally charge you to mend your ropes and your ladders to help you up. And that just let me know that as you climb the mountain of success, inevitably you're going to make mistakes. Inevitably you're going to waste time. You're going to waste money, but it's going to cost you when you're climbing the mountain of success. There's no way to get there without that, right? And that reminded me of something that I saw at the Small Business Bureau, right? The SBA, right? Where over 50% of small businesses fail in the first year and another 95% fail in the first 5 years, okay? So that means you have a better chance of climbing Mount Everest and surviving than you do at becoming an entrepreneur that will still be here in a year, let alone 5 years, especially without a coach. So if you're looking for a coach, a mentor, an educator, and you enjoy my teaching style, click the link in the chat and join the Time Shifters Academy right now. Okay. Now, the real question is it worth investing in yourself to change your life forever? Okay. Is it worth taking a few minutes of your time to check this out? Just think about it, right? If all this did, if this did just even half of what I've claimed here today, it'll pay for itself in dividends because your time is priceless. It is, right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, okay? Let's be honest here. A lot of you have already spent $2,500 of your time trying to figure this out by yourself, right? A lot of you have already wasted time and money, looking at the wrong information. And again, it's a matter of when you're going to be paying for a community, because a lot of you have already paid it multiple times over and over and over. And the only difference is that you weren't given access to the information that you already paid with your time for, right? You paid with mistakes, right? And you've wasted in excess $2,500. So the question is, do you want to continue wasting time, time and $2,500 and never get the information? Or do you want to make a one-time investment in yourself today so you no longer have to have the tax of ignorance? And how many of you think in the future, if you try to do this on yourself, inevitably, if you do you think in the future you're going to figure this out by yourself, right? Inevitably, you're going to make mistakes. Inevitably, you're going to waste more time. So no matter what, you've either already wasted countless hours and more than $2,500 to figure this out, or you can make an investment in yourself right now, $2,500 into yourself, so you no longer have to make those mistakes. Because no matter what, you're going to waste time and you're going to waste more money trying to implement this on your own. So you might as well invest it in yourself and get the information that you're desiring. Okay. So this is going to be here for only the next 30 minutes. right? This link is going to be live for the next 30 minutes. I really appreciate you guys tapping in with me. And this is where we're going to be opening it up for a Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and, let you guys raise your hands. And if you have any questions, I'll let you guys come up one by one. But thank you guys so much for tapping in with me. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for, investing your time, your hard-earned energy and money with me. I really appreciate you guys. All right. So this is Denver, the Mindset Diplomat. And this is going to be where I pause the recording. Feel free to raise your hand and ask me if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.